What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle. Yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce and lessons, new methods and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's gonna turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, y'all get the notifications. There's gonna be some information that's gonna help you win, keep you informed, and keep you entertained. So with that being said, we back at it again with the best credit gems on YouTube, the best information, the best knowledge that's gonna help you succeed, elevate, and grow and become successful when it comes to the business and the credit world. Now, it's a lot of people. I haven't heard anybody talking about this right here. And that's why I'm going to be the first one to drop gems for you guys. There's a lot of people out there that want to start, that has new small startup businesses or want to start new small startup businesses and they need funding. And it's a little play out here, a little method out here that will help new small startup businesses grow and get financing for their business. So it's a lot of gatekeeping out here. A lot of people talk about a lot of different things. There's a lot of fake credit gurus out here. It's a lot of people giving people the wrong information or doing the wrong things to try to quote unquote help somebody repair their credit profiles and credit scores. Now, when it comes to funding, you get more funding on the business side. That's why people start businesses because you need more money to operate and run a business. And there's a lot of people ever since COVID-19 that has been interested in the credit in the business world. Why? Because they've seen a lot of people get business loans, millions of dollars with fraudulent businesses. And now they are aware of what business credit can do, what business financing can do. So now they want to start a business. Now they want to get some type of PPP loan or some type of funding and financing, right? So people out there always talk about the no documentation loans, right? You can get this no doc loan, that no doc loan, this, right? Cool. They don't tell you how no doc loans go off your business credit profile. They don't tell you how to properly structure and build your business credit profile. So people try to get these no doc loans and their business credit profile isn't where it needs to be and they get rejected. So then they go, oh, that's not true. That's not true. No one ever talks about revenue based loans where these banks or lenders will go off what you have on paper and how much you make. So you make 10,000, 20,000, $30,000 a month on paper through your bank statements. They're going to go off that, not your business credit profile and score. They don't tell you that. So in real life, revenue based loans are easier to get approved for than no doc loans, but they don't talk about that, right? So then you got something called invoice factoring and invoice financing. And this is a method that majority of a lot of businesses use. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. Everything has a loophole, and when people find loopholes that can benefit them, they utilize that loophole. And there is a loophole when it comes to invoice factoring and invoice financing. So before we get into this loophole for new small startup businesses to start getting financing, let me break down to you guys what these two things are. So invoice factor involves selling outstanding invoices to a third party factor who collects the payment, ideally for quick cash or outstanding collections. Meaning that, so let's say I'm a business and I performed whatever, some or brought whatever, right? And I have these invoices from these different companies that's that has to be paid. Like these invoices are saying these companies owe me this money and they have to pay these invoices. So instead of waiting for these companies to pay me, I can sell these invoices to a factoring company and they'll give me the money for the invoices up front. So keep that in mind. So invoice financing is borrowing money against invoices where you retain ownership, collect payments yourself, and keep the agreement and confidential from the customers. Meaning that instead of selling the invoices to the factoring company, you keep the invoices and they basically give you a line of credit on those invoices. So they give you the line of credit, you keep the invoices, and as the companies pay you, you pay back the line of credit. So it's two different things. So you're basically working off invoices, which are documentations, right? Revenue based loans go off documentations, right? So this method that people are using is it might be frowned upon, I don't know, but a lot of people don't talk about it, right? So what people do is they say, okay, there are invoice factoring loans and there's invoice financing loans. And all we need is invoices to be able to get approved for these loans. You can create invoices. You can create these documentations. And people know this and they use this to utilize to get loans, invoice loans, or invoice finance loans and invoice factoring loans. So people say, okay, I got a group of friends. I got 10 friends. And this is just hypothetically speaking. I got 10 friends. All 10 of my friends get two businesses, open up two businesses. So that's 20 businesses, right? It's 20 businesses between us, 10 friends. So one business is going to get a loan. So they might shrug, do everything right, get a loan, right? They're going to get that loan. They're going to send that 20,000. Let's say it's a $25,000 loan. They're going to send that $25,000 to the next business. Then they're going to send that $25,000 to the next business. They're going to run that $25,000 through all 20 businesses. So now on paper, it shows that these businesses are generating $25,000 a month in revenue. Now, by showing that these businesses is generating $25,000 in revenue, now they qualify for revenue-based loans. So now that they qualify for revenue-based loans, they create invoices. And they create invoices for these different businesses because they see that this business is paying this entity. So they see this $25,000 coming in from this business for an invoice. So now they're creating invoices. They go to these different places that offer factoring loans, invoice loans, and invoice financing, which means they can either take these invoices and say, I want to borrow against them. So I want a line of credit. And as I get paid from these businesses, I'm going to pay back the line of credit, or they can sell these invoices to the factoring company and they can just give you a lump sum of money up front. And that's how a lot of new small startup businesses start getting funding very fast and a lot of funding at one time. And a lot of people don't talk about this because at the end of the day, if you have these 10 businesses and 10 friends with 10 different things and you all can utilize each other, like you might have this business and this business might need this type of service and that type of service and this type of service, and you're utilizing your friends' businesses for that service. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. So this little play, this little method is very not spoke upon, but I'm gonna be the one to speak about it. And I'm gonna show y'all where to go where you can get these type of financing loans. Let's check that out. All right, so here we got it. Today we're gonna be talking about. Hold on, let me get to it. Scroll up for you guys. Charter Capital, all right. So invoice financing by America's lending factoring company. All right. So improve your cash flow. Don't wait weeks or months for money you've already earned. Get same day funding with invoice factoring. So get started with invoice factoring. It's easy. Provide us with a few details, and we'll be in touch with you in a few with a free application quote. So no application fee. So cash flow is the lifeblood of all businesses, but it sometimes takes weeks or months to receive payment for your work you've already performed. Invoice factoring, sometimes referred to as invoice financing, can provide you with the cash for your unpaid invoices in as little as a day, so you can keep doing what you do best. All right, so a lot of times, like for truckers, use factoring to do their business because they get paid in invoices. So tap into the working capital trapped into the unpaid invoices. So grow stronger with invoice funding. So instant cash flow, quickly get cash you need to cover your daily operations. No debt. Factoring is not the same as traditional invoice lending. It's not a loan, and there's nothing to pay back. You're just getting payment for the invoices faster, easy qualification. Because it's not a loan, there's less red tape, and even companies with credit issues can qualify. No chasing invoices. Free yourself from exhausting, time consuming, and costly processes for collecting. So same day funding, no hidden fees, no credit score. There's no minimum credit score required, so anyone can get approved. It says that right here. Y'all see that right here. Free collection service. Applying for a factor setting up your account is quick and easy. No long-term contracts. Choose which invoice you're factoring and when to factor or experience. Up to 100% advances, instant approval, digital invoice processing, competitive rates, service, free credit reports, no sign-up fees, and then they say something in Spanish. Do business using your preferred language. All right, so Charter Capital is helping people with them invoices get paid faster off the invoices. And this is how a lot of new small startup businesses start getting funding for their business, by running that play. All right. So make sure you guys are checking out Charter Capital. Make sure you guys are getting your new small startup businesses in the order that it needs to be, so you can start getting that funding and start growing and becoming more successful in the business world. All right. So shout out to all my Real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me to keep going. Y'all motivate me to keep dropping the sauce, and y'all motivate me to keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there is tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limited gems are $1,000, but for limited time only, I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yo me. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, $250. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the crypto tour, in-person limited gems, $3,500. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the month-long mentorship, $1,000. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram, Potato App, and Discord, Millionaire World and Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, TikTok, Snapchats, and Discord. Make sure y'all check it out, the crypto world, because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all get in where y'all fit in with these loads. All right, 120 and up, Cash App, Bitcoin payments. Send them screenshots when y'all ready, and let's go from there. All right, let's get to the bag. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down to any of these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.